Today we'll be talking about a soul-sucking, reptilian-brained evil monster that wants nothing more than to destroy all other life on the planet. You guessed it, it's your ex. Okay, maybe we're not talking about that entirely. We are talking about something similar, the Astradaemon. We'll be going over alignment, stats, ecology, powers, how to use them as a GM. So alignments, I'll be serious, I don't really like them that much, but it does give a good understanding on how monsters view the world. All daemons of any type are neutral evil and come from the plane of Abaddon, ruled by the literal four horsemen of the apocalypse. We know war, plague, famine, the Irish, and each represent a different way to die. The Astradaemon being death by direct assault on a life force or soul. And do these guys pop up on the material plane? Absolutely. Is it very common? No. Is it still terrifying? Yes. They spend most of their time hunting the grounds of Pharasma and the paths between life and death for souls ready to just grab them and tear them away from their eternal happiness or pain, depending on how they've been, and sacrifice them to their lord and masters. They can also be stalking the banks of the River of Souls, fighting psychopomps in the Astral Sea. In my last video, the Vimidinoptrix was a psychopomp named a Morigna. Stats! I look at this thing. It's beautiful, elegant, unnerving, and sleek in design, but it's your ex, so you stay away. Despite that, it's strong, perceptive, fast, and resilient, with all of its saves being above 25. It knows spells, has a constant life sensibility, and can see through illusions like they're butter. I mean water. And plus, it has a displacement effect on it, so good luck hitting it. And that's not even the most terrifying thing about it. Its most terrifying bit is it can devour your soul. However, we're going to start with basic attacks. Its claws, jaws, and tail all have a respectable distance to them, at least 10 feet, going up to 15 feet, and all have the essence drain ability, meaning you get doomed 1 and drained 1. It does you an extra 2d10 negativity damage, so if it hits you, it's just like dealing with your ex. And the Astradaemon regains that much health. Next is spells. As a divine caster, it's much like your cleric, trying to be holier than thou, but isn't. And with DCs ranging from 32 to 37, good luck ever getting not hit by these. It has Discern Location, Finger of Death, Plane Shift, Dimension Door at 4th and 5th level, and Detect Alignment. Good only. Next is the ability of Devour Soul. To explain it mechanically, if the Astradaemon has not used an action to attack this turn, and it has grabbed you, it can try and eat your soul right out of your body. And if you fail, you instantly freaking die. And you give a bonus to your ex of +2 for the next minute. Soul Siphon and Displacement. Soul Siphon is, you can eat away at a living soul, like out of the paths between life and death, and you have to roll a flat check of 11 to even hit the lizard anglerfish hybrid. Alright, so you can't run, it's faster than you. You can't hide, it can sense the very heart beating in your chest. So how do you fight it? This is all dependent on your level. If you're level 3 and trying to fight this CR16 monster, run, or try and lure it away. There are a number of ways to do that, depending on what your DM chooses to include in the campaign. If you're level 5, you can probably try and trap it, all depending. Just remember it's not dumb, and the monster knows what it's doing. At level 13, the party could probably handle it alone, but not in pairs. So what's the style and flavor of this monster, GMs? Well, first we must define what a soul is. We'll define a soul as the immaterial or immortal part of a being, and these hunters disrupt and consume that immortal part, seeing the flesh as the outer shell of an egg, trying to get into the gooey insides. So it is a soul-eating anglerfish lizard, a hunter. It is death. This creature can be the main bad guy of a campaign, an unstoppable force, or a pet, depending on what you're doing with it as a GM. I like to think of it as something out of Baten Kaido's origins, like Lady Valara and her Machina. She's just toying with the main characters until they're either strong enough to defeat her and or cause massive amounts of mayhem for the party, like murdering their loved ones. A scenario, if you will. Imagine your party is level 3, come across an old lakeside or riverside town that seems deserted, and they ask a ferryman for a trip across the lake, trying to get to where they need to go. The ferryman, wearing a yellow coat, a fisherman's hat, and a black stone around his neck, a salted beard, and is grateful for their patronage because people have steered clear of their boats. There's something eerie and unsettling in the chill in the air, and whispers on the lake. Even the other rich travelers that come here for relaxation have stopped coming, and it's put the town in financial distress. It's a foggy day, and the boat has to go past a large jutting rock formation in the middle of the lake. The air gets colder and colder, and whispers start forming around the party, making them think they're going insane. Ghostly faces accompany these whispers. In the distance, they see a large, lanky, lizard-like being, but just barely. Spectral chains surround the rock formation, and they don't know it, but it's a weakened Astradaemon. demons come to the plane as feasting on these whispers and people's souls. They see one of the faces get sucked towards the entity, and they know what they have to do, but they don't know if they can. The Astradaemon is still too strong, and all they can really do is lure it away from the town or die. Ferryman tells them that his black stone was used to ferry souls seeking passage, and can be used to lure the beast. They attract it and started chasing on the lake. After they get far enough away, a Marigna, a psychopomp, appears and asks the party to break the chains anchoring the Astradaemon to the material plane. If they do, she will banish it for them. We'll say they do so and they banish the monster. And you can have the Astradaemon return after it's healed up a bit in the astral plane, or Abaddon, wherever you want to put it, and get revenge on the party and make it a reoccurring villain. And that's all I have for Astradaemons. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this one. We have affiliate links. We have the Pathfinder 2e core rulebook, Bestiary, DM guide from our Amazon affiliates. Go check them out. Bye!